Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today I am going to tell you about Upapada Lagna. What does Upapada Lagna mean and how you have to calculate it in your horoscope, what is its significance and how you have to analyze it. This is very important and we are going to understand with it the analysis of it with a proper example. So let us start this video. See, Upapad Lagna is a very important Lagna for analysis of your marital life, for analysis of your relationships. So this is to be seen when you are analyzing the relationship status or the marital status of any person. And this plays a vital role in determining that how the marital life will be of any person and what will be the nature of the spouse, what will be the personality of the spouse, what will be the family background of the spouse, what will be the professional or career background of the spouse. So overall, all the things of the spouse, dealing with the spouse and your marital life, you can see it with Upapada Lagna. Okay. Now let's talk about how it is calculated. See, it is calculated in the same manner as Arudha Lagna, and if you don't know that how Arudha Lagna is calculated, you can watch that video. I have made it and you can watch it in the playlist of the channel. In the same manner, you have to calculate Upapada Lagna. But the difference is that in Arudha Lagna, we were calculating it for first house of the horoscope. In Upapada Lagna, you have to calculate it for 12th house of the horoscope. But the manner or the procedure of calculation will be same. So in brief, I am going to just tell you that how you have to calculate it. See, you have to see where your 12th lord in your main birth chart, where your 12th lord is situated. See, okay, now you have noted down the house where it is situated. Now calculate the distance. Now calculate the distance or places, how much that house is away from 12th house. And then the places, how many houses it is away, count the same number of houses forward from the house where the 12th lord is situated. Okay, I know this might be confusing, so I will give you one example. See, for example, your 12th lord in the horoscope is sitting in 3rd house. Okay, so now calculate how many places it is away from the 12th house. It is away from the 12th house 3 places. 12th house, 1st house, 2nd house. Okay, so it is away from the 12th house 3 places. Now count 3 places from the place, from the house where your 12th lord is situated. That is the 2nd house. So from 2nd house, if you are going to calculate 3 places away from it, you will reach at 4th house. So 4th house will be your Upapad Lagna. And now just rotate it to the ascendant, means put your 4th house or planets placed in it, sign placed in it in the 1st house, and all the planets will be automatically shifted forward or backward. Okay, so now you will get your Upapad Lagna. So this is how you can calculate your Upapad Lagna. And now since you have calculated it, keep it in front of yourself, because I am going to tell you all the points of analysis that you have to see for deeply or analyzing your Upapad. Okay, now keep this horoscope, keep aside your main birth chart. It is of no use here. So now what I am going to tell you is all the points, all the rules which you have to follow while analyzing the Upapad Lagna. First rule is that you have to see the placement of the lord of Upapad Lagna. Okay, since you have calculated your Upapad Lagna, see where the lord of Upapad Lagna is placed, means lord of the 1st house, where it is placed here in Upapad Lagna chart, where it is placed. If that lord is placed, if Upapada Lagna Lord is placed in 6th house, 8th house or 12th house, it is not conducive for good marital life. It will always give troubles and some kinds of problems in marital life, but their nature of the problems will be determined from the house where it is placed. For example, if it is sitting in the 6th house, it can create problems related to arguments. There will be arguments between the couple, between the husband and the wife. This can indicate problems related to arguments. If it is in 8th house, it can show either temporary separation, or it can show extramarital affairs, or it can show problems related to any sudden event. Okay, this can show here. And in the 12th house, if it is placed, it can show problems related to you can say problems which can ultimately create separation in marital life. And if the 12th house is very much hampered and it is getting all the negative influence on itself or all other planets, then it can also deny the marriage for the native. This can also indicate this. So in the 6th, 8th and 12th house, it is not considered very conducive, but you also have to see in what sign Upapada Lagna is placed in these houses or in any house. If it is in exaltation, if it is in its own sign, or if it is in its Mool Trikona sign, or if it is sitting in a position where it is getting positive influence of its friendly planets, then it means that your Upapada Lagna Lord is strong. So even though there might be some problems, but they will not create so much mental diversion between husband and wife that they are going to give ultimate separation of in marriage. So this will not this indicates that situation will not aggravate to such negative things if Upapada Lagna Lord is situated in a good sign. Okay, now the best houses which are considered here for good marital life, for a long marital and happy marital life, is seen here. See, when I say marital life, it can also mean relationship. Okay, so here what I am saying is that if it is in Trikona Bhav, means your Upapada Lagna Lord is sitting in Trikona Bhav. Trikona Bhav means 1, 5 and 9th house. If it is sitting here, then it means it is in a good condition. And other than this, if it is sitting in the Kendra houses, then also it is considered good. Now the second rule which you have to see is the planets which are sitting with the Upapada Lagna Lord. Planets which are sitting with the Upapada Lagna Lord, they will tell you the family background of the spouse, the professional background of the spouse, the personality of the spouse, the educational background of the spouse. They are going to tell you that. So that planet, all the planets which are influencing, which are sitting with the Upapada Lagna Lord in any house, they are going to tell you about the characteristics of the spouse here. Okay. Then third thing which you have to see is the planets which are sitting in the Upapada Lagna itself, means first house of Upapada Lagna, the planets which are sitting there, they will indicate, they will tell you about the nature and personality of the spouse. They will tell you about the nature and personality of the spouse or partner. So they are going to tell you that. Then the fourth thing you have to apply is see the second house in Upapada Lagna. That second house is going to tell you the life or duration of the marital life, whether the marital life will be long, whether the marital life will be short. That is going to tell you, that is going to be seen from second house. Second house is the longevity of the spouse and longevity of the marriage itself. Okay, so if a planet which is debilitated is sitting there, which is a malefic planet like Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, these planets which are debilitated, or any positive planet also which is debilitated and sitting in the second house, this can show that there can be problems in marital life of substantial nature, for complete analysis you also have to see, which is the fifth rule itself, that where your Upapada Lagna Lord is placed in Navmansha, that is D9 chart, where it is placed. If your Upapada Lagna Lord is placed in exaltation in D9, if it is placed in its own sign, if it's placed in Trikona houses or Kendra houses, in good signs with good aspects of benefic planets like Jupiter, this can show that even though you are going to experience some problems of substantial nature in your marital life, regarding any problem regarding the health of the spouse, regarding any problem of sudden nature or any other thing, you are ultimately going to come out of it, and it is not going to destroy or cut short your marital life, because your Upapad Lagna Lord is ultimately strong in D9 chart. So this you have to keep in mind. These are the 5 rules which you have to keep in mind while analyzing the Upapad Lagna. Okay, now I am going to take one example of Mr. Bill Clinton, ex-president, former president of United States, and we are going to analyze that how Upapad Lagna works for him, because he is married to Miss Hillary Clinton, and she contested for presidential elections recently in United States. So everyone knows, most of us are familiar with her political career. So that we are going to see how Upapad Lagna works in the case of Mr. Bill Clinton. Okay, so you are going to see on your screen right now that his horoscope here. See, in his horoscope, here you can find how first I'm going to tell you how Upapad Lagna you have to calculate here. See, here Upapad Lagna you have to calculate for 12th house. So 12th Lord Sun is sitting in its own sign in the 12th house. This means that Upapad Lagna will be 12th house itself. So rotating this to the first house, you will make the horoscope of Upapad Lagna. So here you are seeing here now that Sun is placed in the first house, all other planets are shifted accordingly forward and backward. So here Sun is sitting in the first house. What does it mean? First house, planets sitting in the first house show the nature and personality of the spouse. What can be the basic background of the spouse? So see here, Hillary Clinton, he married to Hillary Clinton, and Sun is in Leo, is its in own sign. Sun is government, Leo is the sign of government, first house is the house of government and politics. So this indicates that the spouse of Bill Clinton is going to be from a political background, and she was not from a family of political background, she was not from a political family, but she had a education in political science. Okay, how you can see this? See the fifth house is here ruled by Sagittarius. Okay, and it is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter and Sagittarius both indicate political signs, and Jupiter here is also receiving the Jaimini aspect of Sun. If you don't know how Jaimini aspects work, you can watch my video on that. So here Sun is aspecting Jaimini, giving Jaimini aspect to Jupiter here in third house, which shows that his spouse is going to have a educational background in political science. Then why Hillary Clinton was in politics only, not in any other field, that we are going to see now. See the 10th house here. 10th house has Rahu. Rahu in the 10th house, every time, most of the time I have seen, it means it gives a public career to the person. So person is going to deal with masses, deal with people on a daily basis. That will be his job or her job. So Rahu is sitting here in the 10th house. And why politics only? The reason is Jupiter, Saturn and Mercury. See, Jupiter is the lord of 5th house. Saturn is the lord of 6th and 7th house, which is of all these three houses indicate politics and high positions. 7th house is the house of Pad Prapti, means high positions. Then Mercury is the lord of 11th house. 11th house is the lord of represents 11th house represents Parliament, Congress. So this shows that why she was there in the politics, not in any other field. And these three planets, Jupiter, Saturn and Mercury, all of them aspect the 10th house through Jaimini aspect. They give full aspect to the 10th house. So that is why she was there in a political field. And Sun in the ascendant in its own sign of Leo, this also adds on that the career will be from a political from a political perspective. Okay, so here now we are going to see that what was the actual status of Bill Clinton's marital life. See, we all know about all the sex scandal that he was involved in 98, and how you can see it here in his horoscope. See, I have told you, see the second house for the problems in relationship, in marriage, and any sort of problems which are going to come in marriage, that you have to see from second house. And here second house has debilitated Venus along with Mars. So Venus and Mars here debilitated totally represent that he was going to be involved in or any in sex scandal, and the problems are going to come in marital life because of any woman. Why woman? Because Venus is here. Venus debilitated represents that the problems are going to come from a woman in his marital life. So this definitely here shows disharmony and jerk in marital life due to extramarital relations or sex scandal that he was involved in. Then, but his marriage did not break. Why? The reason why his marriage did not break first is that, see here, that where the Upapada Lagna Lord is placed. I have told you that if Upapada Lagna Lord is placed in Kendra or Trikona houses, it shows a long married life, even though some troubles might be there, but marriage will not break. So here Sun is in first house, which is the Lord of Upapada Lagna. It is in the first house. First house is a Trikona house. And you also see that Sun in the Naumansha, that is D9 chart, is exalted. If the Upapada Lagna Lord is exalted in D9 chart, or I have told you this, then it shows that no matter how many troubles are going to are coming in your marital life, you are going to ultimately come out of all that, and your marriage is not going to break at all. So Sun is exalted in D9 chart, and here it is in first house in Trikona house. So this is how here it represents that even though all these things happened, all problems which came in marital life, the marriage sustained even after that. So the reason is here. So how analysis of Upapada Lagna is done, that I have told you here. So you might have understood now that how Upapada Lagna is analyzed and how you have to see all the points which I have told you in Upapada Lagna. Through this example, you might have clearly understood that how you have to see all these things. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, subscribe below. For more, check on my Twitter and Facebook page. Otherwise, we will meet in the next video with some more curious topic to discuss. Till then, goodbye and thank you.